Hey, what's up, everyone? You know how when you talk to someone and they say, "Oh, guess what? I just got a new car." And you say, "Great." And they say, "Well, it's not brand new, but it's new to me." I think we've all had that. Either you're the person getting the not so new car, or maybe a friend. I've been in both positions, but I had something similar happen to me. I got something new today, but it's not really new, it's just new to me. And that is the uninspiring to many Kel-Tec P3, P3AT. So, why the heck did I get this? Well, a few reasons. I went to the gun shop today, and I told my wife I'm going to go to the gun shop, and I always have this list of stuff I want to pick up if I should see it. So, on my to buy list, I had in the previous months, there was a Ruger Charger I picked up used for a good price. I picked up a Ruger LCP 22 light rack for used for a good price. I picked up a new Kel-Tec P3AT, brand new for a decent price. So whenever I see some of these things, I'll pick them up if it's a good price. So I went to the store today and I told her, I said, "You know what I want to get?" And she said, "No, what?" I said, "Whatever's a good deal." So this store usually, historically, has a very good selection of used guns, especially used handguns, but they've been a little hit or miss the last few months. Not too much there. Today they had a lot more than usual, and a lot of their prices were quite fair. There were about 6 or 7, 8 handguns that I had some level of interest in, and were also fairly priced. So I checked out a couple of them, and probably the one that I liked the least was this one. But I picked it up because I'm a sucker for little mouse guns. And number two, it was only $139, which I thought was pretty fair. Believe it or not, the MSRP on these things is like $300. Not sure who'd pay $300, but I've often seen them for 210, 220 brand new. So I said, let me pull the trigger, pun intended, and pick up this Kel-Tec P3AT. So I bought it. Came with one magazine, 6 round magazine. Um, I've had other pocket 380s, and I didn't care for them. I had a Taurus TCP, a Ruger LCP1, and one of the worst guns ever made, the Beretta Pico. And I will stand by the fact it's one of the worst guns ever made. But anyway, why get this one? I'm not quite sure, but I think if I ever had to sell it down the line, I think I could probably get at least 175, 180, and if inflation keeps running wild, it would be even higher than that. So I actually think it's a good investment. And if you look at my stock portfolio, it's doing better. It would probably do. My guns are doing better than my stocks. I don't think I'm the only one in that regard. So a few basics. You're probably very familiar with this, but we have the mag release right here. Drops out the bottom. Pretty basic. It's got a little bit of wear on it. Looks like on the slide, a little bit of maybe holster wear or something. The person who had it put this clip on, which there was no box, so I kind of stuck it in my pocket like that, and it wasn't the worst thing actually to carry it like this. I don't like having the trigger exposed, but I usually don't keep one in the pipe, so that really wouldn't be a big deal for me. The trigger on it is okay. It has just the slightest little bit of take up, and then I would say maybe an average double action pull, which you'd expect with a firearm like this that's a pocket pistol with no external safety. The big thing with this is it weighs 7.7 ounces. So you have a teeny tiny 7.7 ounce gun. And let's get the tail of the tape here. So 7.7 ounces. And as you can tell from the biggest part right here at the edge over here, it's like 5 1/8 inches. And it's pretty small. So you have 5 1/8 inches there, and then from top to bottom, we're looking at about let's see here, about 3.5. So we have 5 1/8 inches by 3.5 inches, and then it's also pretty narrow. Let's see here. I would say that is just about 3/4 of an inch. I think another reason why I like this more than I would have liked it a couple of years ago is I like its brother. You are not seeing double. That is the Kel-Tec P32, which I am quite fond of. And as you can tell, these guys are just about the same size. There are some small styling differences in the slide on the P32 from the P3AT, but they're basically the same. Just very, very slight difference. So the P32 looks like it may be just a hair narrower and just a hair shorter. But I mean, basically, it's the same size gun. And then just to compare, since the Ruger LCP is 380 is similar to the 22, you can use the same holsters and everything. You can see that size-wise, they are extremely similar, just about the same length. And yeah, everything's just about the same. It's you'd almost think that Ruger kind of, in some ways, might have ripped off Kel-Tec. I mean, Kel-Tec might have ripped off Ruger, but then you realize that the P3AT has been around since 1999, which leads me to something else. I wanted to see the user's manual, the owner's manual, and of course I had no box, so I wouldn't have an owner's manual. So I went to the Kel-Tec website, and I clicked pistols, and I went to pistols, and I saw my trusty handy-dandy P32 there, but I did not see the P3AT. The reason why is because it's been discontinued. It was actually discontinued sometime this year in 2022. And I was kind of surprised by that because I remember seeing it not that long ago, and I didn't hear anything about it. That makes me wonder, to be honest with you, I've heard nothing about this. I'm just kind of thinking out loud. If maybe the P3AT is going to be reborn as a double stack 380 a la LCP Max. It really wouldn't surprise me. I mean, don't forget, these are the people who have the P1722, the PMR 30, then they have that other big, what's that freaking big 22 that they have? It has a 30-round magazine, and then they have 50-round magazines for it. I mean, Kel-Tec, they don't make the prettiest guns, and some of the Kel-Tecs I've had, I have 3 right now, and I've had 5. Some of them, I actually got to tell you, are quite reliable, and some of them suck incredibly bad. The PMR 30, if I had to rate on a scale of 1 to 10, would be in negatives. It sucked. It sucked so bad. It really, really sucked. It sucked. The P32, I've been very, very happy with. The P17, that's been awesome. Like I said, I've put a couple hundred rounds through that, and the only hiccups I had were with that cheap, crummy federal ammunition, bulk ammunition, and I also had problems in the Ruger, which had no problems with the other ammunitions, and I had problems in a freaking revolver. But again, enough about my problems. So I'm hoping the P3AT is about the same. What I feel good about is it's an older style. It's been around 23 years, so you figure they worked out the kinks. Now, of course, I don't know if this is something that was made in 2019 after all the kinks were worked out, or if it's something that was made in 1999, where we don't know what kind of a shit show it might be. I was thinking of actually contacting them because I can't find a serial number, like lookup thing for Kel-Tec. I did find one when I bought my Ruger and I checked out, when it was made. So this particular Ruger was made last February, I believe, if I remember correctly. And I usually check out, other Rugers that I buy and some other guns, but Kel-Tec does not have that. But like I said, the way things are going in society, I think it's better to have a gun than not have a gun. It's better to have 2 guns than 1 gun, 3 guns than 2 guns, and so on and so forth. And like I said, I've always liked the idea of buying used guns because any drop in cash kind of already happened. Because when you sell a gun, it's either a new gun or a used gun. You don't know if it's had 2 owners or 1 owner, 3 owners, and it doesn't really matter. The price is the price. So I always feel like I'm saving money by buying them secondhand, especially if they appear like they're in decent condition and you're buying them from a reputable store. So, like I said, for 139, I feel like this one just had the most upside to it, and I don't have any 380s at the moment, so I figured I'd get a 380. And like I said, for the price, 139, I figured it wasn't a bad buy. And like I said, especially, I mean, it's a tiny gun, it's an extremely light gun, 6-round magazines. You don't have to worry that some tyrant's going to try and ban it because it's scary to them. I mean, although it is a black plastic gun, they seem to be scared of those. Well, anyway, I'll take this to the range, and next time I go, I'll kind of give you a report on it, tell you how it is. I have to tell you, I'm thinking that I'm going to shoot horribly with it because I shoot horribly with 380s usually. I don't know if it's because of my hand size and like the fact that, like, it's small and I have big hands and they're snappy and it's so light. And actually, considering that it's 7.7 ounces, I might actually perform more poorly with this one than I have with the other ones. But still, I bought it. It makes no sense objectively, but you know what? I just love a good deal, and I felt that was a really good deal. And after sitting on it for a few hours, if I had to do it again, I would. I'd still buy it. Well, anyway, you have a good one. If you like this video and videos like it, please consider subscribing. Hit the like button. I will talk to you later.